Okay, this lesson is about the set that's called Lan Q. Lan Q. We had a set before that was called Sup Ji Choi that featured the Lan Sau hand, but that wasn't in the name. Similarly, this set is called Lan Q, but Lan Sau's not in the name. This set features the Biu Sau motion. Lan Q means obstructing bridge, and it's more about bridging past an obstruction. So rather than calling it obstructing bridge, I like to call it bridging through an obstruction, and you'll see what I mean. The way I learned the set initially, kind of the basic level, was just throwing Biu Sau's 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and you notice this is with overcycling coming over the top. So just that Biu Sau motion, cycling over the top. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And the idea here was, if I've done something, I've thrown this out, and I meet an obstruction, the opponent has put up his hands, he stopped me, then I just keep going. This hand would meet an obstruction, it'd be pulling down as this one went out. This one meets an obstruction, it pulls down as this one goes out. And eventually, you're going to get through his obstructions, and then you're going to be striking him in the neck. So, on Bob, it's this motion, but it's like I'm bridging in. His arms are up, and I'm bridging past his arms to get through until I'm eventually striking. I just keep going until I'm striking. That's the Lan Q, bridging past an obstruction. Okay, that's the basic. Well, if you can do overcycling with Biu Sau, you can do undercycling, which everybody's done in Wing Chun, right? So when I'm practicing this set, I do it overcycling, and I do it with undercycling too, shooting underneath. And this one would be more so than shooting out and pulling down and going over the top again. This is if I've met an obstruction, then I'm going to shoot under it to clear the line, then I'd be doing something else, right? That's that undercycling, shoom, and I hit. So on my pole dummy, would be like my hand goes out, I've met an obstruction, and I'm coming from beneath to capture the line so I can go past it. That's the point of undercycling versus the overcycling where I hit something, pulling it out of the way so I can hit again, pull it out, I keep going, all right? Now, the way I perform the set for me, my creation is I've combined those two, and so this set becomes related to the Jiji Kum Q, the Lin Wen Fai Jung set we did earlier. Remember on the previous lesson, the Lin Wen Fai Jung was the fast palms, the linked fast palms, look like this. So I do my Lan Q set this way. I shoot over the top, I shoot under, and then I come through. And this is a Chun Sau. So I shoot over, under, and I come through. Over, under, come through. Over, under, come through. Like that. Over, under, come through. Over, under, come through. Boom, boom, bang. Boom, boom, pop. Again. Over, under, come through. Over, under, come through. Boom. So you can see, once I've got to this point, that would lead right into the linked fast palm set. So they're related. Boom, and then I'm right into this. One can lead into, I can be doing linked fast palms, I hit an obstruction, boom, boom, and then I clear past the obstruction. So here the idea is, I've done something, I'm obstructed, I shoot through to get past it, and then I'm just turning it over into a Chun Sau. I could grab, but that takes a split second longer and it's not really necessary. I just bridge through, I Chun Sau and hit. So I meet an obstruction, I bridge through and hit. Meet an obstruction, I bridge through and hit. Right? That's quick. In, coming underneath, bridge past. Bridging past the obstruction. So on Bob, it'd be like Bob threw his arm up, I've met it, I come under just enough to catch that line, and I hit. It'd be much easier to show if I had a partner with arms. But it comes up, hits. And that would be a classic Wing Chun structure, right? Bang, capture the line and go through. Bridging past an obstruction, Lan Q. Boxing wise, I don't have to change it much. Put it more in a boxing structure where I'm here, I've done something, I've met his arm, I've met an obstruction, so I shoot under it, and I'm past it. Done something, I met an obstruction, I ran into his forearm, so now I'm up right here, I shoot under it, and then past it. And so that's how I do Lan Q. But again, the very basic classic, it's just Biu Sau with overcycling. And that's how they do Lan Q.